You have reached Red Steele's Toy Collector Review. I'm your man, Red Steele, and today I'll be reviewing from G.I. Joe Classified Series, Cobra Eel. G.I. Joe Classified Series, Cobra Eel. But before I get to the actual review, I just want to go over some of the old school details on this packaging. Up front here, two of them showing you both the figure and all the accessories inside. In the top corner you have a warning label. In the other corner you have a 4+, which is the age requirement for this figure. Then over here you have Cobra Enemy. In the middle here, you have the G.I. Joe logo, and below that it says Cobra Eel. In the middle, you have this beautiful old school illustration of a Cobra Eel. In the corner, you have the Hasbro emblem. Then back of the card here, top corner, you have the G.I. Joe logo. Then over here, a felt card that reads Cobra Eel. Classified role, combat diver. Primary specialty, underwater demolition. Secondary specialty, marine engineering. Over here it says, eels are the underwater demolition specialists of the Cobra Legion. They staff and operate the Cobra Marine outpost disguised as offshore drilling rigs and augment the crews of larger Cobra naval vessels. Then over here across all the other available figures. G.I. Joe Classified Series Retro Cardback Cobra Eel. Cobra Eel was released July 2024 with the suggested retail price of $24.99 and it was available at all major retailers. Cobra Eel was released along with the other G.I. Joe Classified Series Retro Cardback figures, Beachhead, and Snow Serpent. Cobra Eel has multiple points of articulation for dynamic posability. His accessories include helmeted mask with breathing hose and light detail, rebreather backpack with propulsion units, 2 fins, dive knife, spear gun, and a figure stand. Cobra Eel stands 6 inches tall, and he is meant for fans ages 4 and up. Now that I have Cobra Eel on my display table, I just want to go over some of his play features and accessories. First by talking about his fin. He comes with a right fin and a left fin, and the reason I can tell the difference is, if you look inside the fin right here, you can see a little R, and this one has a little L inside of it. In order to put the fin on Cobra Eel, you just slip the toe through the front, and around the back you have this little strap where you can strap it over the heel just like that and hold it right into place. It's very, very cool. Do that to the other foot. You want to put that fin right in, put that strap over the heel, and now you have Cobra Eel with his fin. This is an accessory that came with the original Cobra Eel, and I thought it was really cool because up until that point in time, never seen anything like that before where little action figures with little fins. I thought it was kind of cool. So the next accessory I want to go and bring in is his figure stand. And these figure stands are exclusive to the Retro Cardback series figures, and they're really, really cool because you get this nice mold detail here for the Cobra insignia. You get the pegs right here for his feet. Right here you got a little groove in the front, and I'm not sure if that's meant for a nameplate or something, but it's really, really nice. Or to put your Cobra Eel on his display stand, on the bottom of the feet here, you have a porthole right there, and the nice thing they did with the fins is they made a porthole on the back of the fin here that kind of lines up with the porthole inside the foot. What they want you to do now is take that display stand and peg it right into his foot, just like that. Do that to the other foot. Go ahead and peg that right into his foot, and now you have the Cobra Eel on his display stand. It looks kind of weird because it's kind of off balance because the fin's so big, but nonetheless, this is a welcome addition to any collection because these stands do not come with the mainline G.I. Joe Classified Series figures, and I have a lot of figures that could use these stands because with all the accessories, and these G.I. Joe Classified Series become chock full of accessories, makes them kind of off balance, and these display stands are very nice because I rarely have my Retro Cardback figures fall over because of these stands. But the next accessory I'm going to bring in is his helmeted mask, and this mask is so nicely detailed. You can get that light detail on the top here. Here's a little walkie-talkie on the side here with an antenna. Very, very nicely done. And even the visor here is just molded out of the see-through plastic. So you can actually see the face of the Cobra Eel through the mask. It's very, very cool. And you put the mask on by simply putting it right over the head, just like that. And now you have the Cobra Eel with this helmeted mask on. I think that's really, really cool. But the next accessory I want to go and bring in is his rebreather backpack and propulsion unit. The rebreather pretty much right here is pretty much where they have the oxygen tanks. And the propulsion tank right here is where it kind of makes him go up and down in the water, you know, the propulsion unit. Well, to put his backpack on the Cobra Eel, on the back of his backpack, you have this little peg right here. On the Cobra Eel's back here, you have a porthole. Want to make sure everything lines right up. You just plug that backpack right into his back, and now you have the Cobra Eel armed with the repulsion backpack and rebreather, or rebreather backpack and propulsion unit. Very, very cool. The next accessory I want to go ahead and bring in is this breathing hose. And the breathing hose is exactly what, as it's described, it plugs right into the backpack and it goes right into the front of the mask. It's a very, very cool accessory. So I want to go ahead and plug this front part right into his mask, just like that. These little tubes right here that go right into the backpack. Plug that right in just like that. Do that to the other side, plug that other hose right into the backpack just like that. And now you have Cobra Eel armed, fully armed with his breathing hose, his mask helmet, and his rebreather backpack with propulsion unit. Very, very cool. But the next accessory I want to bring in is his dive knife. And his dive knife is pretty cool. It's got a red handle and black blade detail. I'm not sure if it was meant to be silver or not, but it's pretty cool. And it's molded out of a kind of a harder plastic than the other knives from the other figures. So you do have to be a little cautious on who gets their hands on this knife. I mean, it's not too sharp. It's pointed, so it could cause some damage, but it's not sharp. It's not sharp in words. It's kind of like got that sharp razor's edge. In order to arm the Cobra Eel with a knife, and what I like to do with my G.I. Joe Classified Series figures, I kind of like to pry their hands open because they do conform back to the original shape over time. And what I do is I pry it open, I get the weaponry in there. So I get the knife in his hand right now, so I have him armed with his dive knife. Really, really cool. But the really cool thing about G.I. Joe Classified Series figures is they're like holsters throughout the figure where you can store your weaponry. And this dive blade does have a little holster, and it's on his calf right here. You just slip that blade right into this holster right here, just like that. And I think that's really, really cool. But the final accessory I want to bring out is his spear gun. And this spear gun is really detailed, and I kind of wish they did something where the spear detaches, and there's maybe a little bungee that could attach to the spear. But they went ahead and just made it one big mold, so you got the spear right here, and it's just a mold detail. In order to arm the Cobra Eel with the spear gun, again, you have to kind of pry open his hand. And the cool thing is, most G.I. Joe Classified Series figures have a trigger finger, so they can hold the weapon a little bit more precisely than most action figure toys. And now I have Cobra Eel fully armed with all of his accessories. Very, very cool figure. I mean, Cobra Eel is kind of like a troop builder almost, where he's like one of many, many figures that you could build an army with. I mean, he's not like a standalone figure like Cobra Commander or Destro. I mean, when they send out the Cobra Eels, there's probably like a squadron of them. So you have like 4 to 6 Cobra Eels. So if you choose to buy a bunch of them to kind of, build some armies, you can possibly do that. I mean, the price point $25.99. I would rather buy one, display it on my shelves, because I love these retro cardback figures. I mean, I'm kind of deterring away from the mainline G.I. Joe Classified Series figures because I have more of a connection with the Real American Hero action figure line from the 80s. So these retro cardback figures are more of a throwback to that toy line, and it kind of resembles what I saw on the original G.I. Joe cartoon series from the 80s. But I really do feel like this Cobra Eel is a great figure, lots of great accessories, and he's very faithful to the original toy. And I do love the original packaging, and what I tend to do when I have blistered figures is I'll buy 2, one for display out of the package and one display in the package. But if you found any of the information in this review valuable, please like and share this video. Also, if you really enjoy my content, please subscribe to my channel, and while you're there, click the bell to be notified of any future videos. I want to thank you guys for watching Red Steele's Toy Collector Review. I'll check you guys out next time.